Alright, second set of the round of 16. We have Sziky versus Michael. On the left side is Sziky as the purple Zerg. And on the right side is Michael Payne. Alright, not Sass Michael, but Michael Payne, capital N. Boom. And he is brown. So this was a matchup that on paper I was excited for, just from like a theorycraft perspective. To give you a little bit of background, Sziky, known for his lings. Went into the intros a little bit about him earlier. Don't need to do too much else. He's just really good with lings. The best there is. Michael has been known to play some ZvZ styles that involved Hydralisks, even when Spires were allowed. Now, from a theory crafting perspective, I don't think that Hydralisks fare very well versus Zerglings, straight up. Like, obviously, if it's even number Hydralisks versus Zerglings, the Hydralisks are going to dominate. But if it's an early game engagement, I don't think you can get out enough Hydralisks to overcome large amounts of Speedlings. This will be the test. We have the player with actual experience going Hydralisk ZvZ versus the very best lings. And I hope we can get an answer to the question, are Hydralisks a legitimate option versus Zerglings? Alright. So, first things are out for Sziky. Michael, also going with that same in-base style Bakuryu has been going with, and also getting that creep colony. Everybody likes that creep colony, huh? I mean, the lings will be out in time. That's what I'm saying, man. You totally could have gotten away without that. Like, it might have involved a little bit of drone drilling, but I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary. I'm not sold on it. I'm not entirely sold on this creep colony. Clearly, if two players are doing it, Bakuryu and Michael, two very high-level players are doing it, there's obviously a good reason for it. But I don't know. Not completely sold. So, Michael's going to be able to block... he's going to be able to block his ramp. Sziky, getting the much faster expansion. Michael already has 2 hatcheries up, but only mining off of 1 base. What is the speed situation looking like? Sziky is done with his speed? Yes, he is. Sziky's done with his speed. Michael has not started his speed. He doesn't have enough gas for it. And he might not even be getting speed, because he's going straight to Hydralisk Den. Alright. Well, I guess we are going to see it, at least to a certain extent in Game 1. Michael's just going to go straight for those early game Hydralisks. I don't know. Hydralisks obviously beefier than Marines when it comes to Marine versus Zergling engagements. But he won't be able to build as many as a Terran player could build Marines. And the Hydralisks do even less damage to Zerglings than Marines do. We'll see. Unfortunately for Sziky, this does mean that he's going to lose an Overlord. Yeah, there's no way he can save that. It's not going to get to the side fast enough. Well, I guess that's a certain advantage to going Hydralisks. easy supply block of your opponent. Alright. So, looks like Sziky's gonna pull back. And he wants to play this defensively now. He's getting another hatchery, he's getting sunken colonies, he's not adding on any more lings. He's just going to... And to be honest, he doesn't really need to. Trying to bust a ramp with Zerglings and Hydralisks in backup is suicidal. There's no way that that's going to work out well for him. But if he just plays defensively, as long as Michael was unable to expand, Sziky's going to have the better economy. And he might be just working off of that. You can see he's droning up pretty hard now. So, I mean, and this is all based off of the assumption that he can hold off Michael's attack. We do have some lings hiding up here. Ooh, we had some lings hiding up here. But Michael scouted it out. So smart from Michael. So smart from Michael, sending lings out to look for the backstab. Presumably he saw it. Like, I mean, the lings aren't engaging each other, but it definitely did run by him. But certainly within vision range. All of them were in vision range. And then there were the lings that went all the way to this side of the map. Nope. Evo Chamber done. Getting +1 attack for the Hydralisks? Okay. And Sziky getting Carapace upgraded, now getting the Hydralisk himself. You know, versus Zerglings, the Carapace upgrade I would think that the Carapace upgrade would be a lot better option. I don't know. Because my initial thought is that Hydralisk attack upgrade isn't going, that +1 damage to lings isn't going to be applied anywhere close to as much as the -1 from all the Zergling attacks. Because the Zerglings are going to have to attack a lot more to take the Hydralisk down. But on the other hand, a lot of the damage that Hydralisk can do against Zerglings is when the Zerglings are running at them. And that's certainly something that can't be overlooked. And the +1 will help the Hydralisks in that part of the engagement. And as they kill the front lings, it takes even longer for lings to finally start getting shots off. So maybe +1 isn't, or maybe +1 Carapace isn't necessarily better versus lings than +1 attack is. And obviously the +1 attack will help against the sunken colonies. More than +1 armor would. I think that +1 armor doesn't help the Hydralisk against the Sunkens. It takes the same number of hits either way. And wow. Sziky doesn't have Overlord vision. So Sziky's getting really scared of a Hydralisk bust. 7 Slunkens. No SimCity, but 7 Sunkens. I guess SimCity wouldn't help out a whole lot. I mean, maybe if you wanted to, you could put an Evo Chamber here. Block a little bit, but really, no. Not gonna make a huge difference. Second Evo Chamber down. Excuse me, for Michael, he's getting +1. A lot of gas is going into upgrades right now. He got his lair, he's starting his lurker upgrade, starting his Carapace upgrade. It does look like these Hydralisks are going to snuff out that backstab attempt. So really, Sziky's getting absolutely nothing off of it. I would like to compare their economies right now. Sziky's +1 armor is just finishing up. Let's see, Control I, 2, 1. Whoops. There we go. Wow. Wow, that's surprising. Michael has significantly more drones at this point. I didn't realize the saturation was so much better than Sziky's. It might have something to do with the fact that Sziky is building so many sunken colonies that all of his drones are going into there. I mean, if Sziky had 7 more drones, it'd certainly look a lot more even. Interesting. Oh! I don't know. Sziky going in for the attack, but attacking the Hydralis on the high ground. Attacking the Hydralis on the high ground. Sziky! Not a good idea, bro. I think Sziky's scared of being contained, and he's about to get contained very hard. That lurker upgrade is done. Where are the eggs? Oh, he has no gas. Oh, because he already made a couple. Okay. Sziky going in for another attack, but Sziky has so many fewer Hydralisks and has a positional disadvantage. I don't know why Sziky's trying to get... Is he trying to pull them back to Sunken colonies? Those Sunken colonies would be a great addition, but lurkers revealed to Sziky. Sziky now knows there are lurkers at the top. I don't... There's no way this can go well for Sziky. No way. And it looks like Sziky going for drop. I can say, yeah, that's a desperation move at this point. That's his one shot to make something happen. If he can sneak out a drop into Michael's base and kill off a lot of stuff when his army's stuck here, and his army will not be able to retaliate because there's too many Sunkens, Sziky can get back into this game. But that is his only hope at this point. Only chance. There's an Overlord in a very nice position to try to stop that. We don't have Overlord speed? I can't tell if we have Overlord speed. Oh man, that's going to be a very long-range slow drop. You're not going to be loading up your Overlords right outside of its base. You are loading them up in your natural, and you are flying. Which, there's no way that can work. Right? Because this Overlord will see, and then Michael has plenty of time to put 10 Hydralisks here and just one-shot Overlords. Well, they don't one-shot Overlords, but if he gets 11, he can two-shot Overlords. You understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, I guess a better option is waiting for speed. But now we're really delaying it and letting Michael do whatever the hell he wants. Which is Hive. Hive is whatever the hell Michael wants. Alright, speed done for Michael. Sziky has a lot of lurkers here and ooh. Trying to get a little bit fancy here. Wait. Where is that? Alright. I guess Sziky does have Overlord speed. The Overlords tricked me by moving very slowly, just drifting apart from each other. Alright. Alright. So, this Overlord will see. There's a drop coming. There won't be enough time to get the Hydralis into position for the snipe. He might be able to get Hydralis here in time for the snipe, but he's not reacting. He's not reacting. There's passing a second Overlord. He better notice this. He's now reacting. He's getting some Hydralis into position, but not as many as Hydralis Sziky's bringing in. And here we go. He needs to drop. Is he gonna run away? He's gonna run away. I think I'm gonna win that engagement. Maybe, I guess he wouldn't have won that engagement if he had dropped directly over the Hydralis, because they would have been able to pick him off too quickly. But if he had dropped him here, they were on foot, I think he would have won. Michael does have much better upgrades. Or, not much better, but does have better upgrades. 2 attack compared to 1 attack. So, instead, Sziky's going to be dropping up outside of Michael's contain and just going to try to bust out this way. Lots of Overlords coming in. Those lurkers did have an advantage for a second there over Michael's because of no vision, but Michael has way too many units. This is going to be an easy win for him. Despite some cool moves from Sziky there. And Sziky trying to move out the front. There's still a lot of units there too. GG. Michael beats Sziky game 1. Alright. So, in the top position is Sziky as the purple Zerg. And in the left position is Michael as the red Zerg. Michael could eliminate Sziky from this tournament with one more win here. I thought Sziky was going to win. I still kind of think Zeke's going to win, but looking at how well Michael did in that last game, hard to feel that confident. Alright. What went wrong for Sziky in that last game? I really think it was just a game of drones. It really came down to Michael droned a lot harder than Sziky did. Because Michael went for Hydralisk faster, Michael was able to deny scouting. So Sziky didn't know exactly how many drones he needed to make. It didn't know how many sunkens he needed to make. I think 7 sunkens were excessive. I think 7 sunkens were excessive. Maybe they weren't because they weren't all in the same arc. If it was like 2 sunkens and then 3 sunkens, that wouldn't have been as strong. Anywhere close to it. Maybe that had something to do with it. Alright. So, Sziky with the 9 pool. Michael with a overpool. Overpool. Lots of overpools today, interestingly. Alright. So, Lings are coming out. Wait. Was this an overpool? I have a sneaking suspicion that this is a 12 pool, not an overpool. That spawning pool should be a bit faster. Alright. So, Lings are coming out. Michael will be able to defend, no problem. And Michael will once again start off the game. Excuse me, with that little Ling or economic advantage. Zeke's gonna block the ramp. And Michael's going to attack. So Zeke's just going to have a really nice arc. Michael really messed that up. Oh man, he tried to drill the drones through, but that second drone was a little bit behind the first, so it actually blocked Lings from getting into that engagement, meaning that Sziky was able to take that first battle really nicely. And now Michael's going to be behind in drones. I mean, he won that engagement, but... Or not behind in drones, but behind in Lings. He won that engagement, but Zeke's bringing in reinforcements. This is not looking good for Michael. Michael could take a lot of damage here. I don't know how long Sziky wants to wait, because Lings are just going to keep trickling in. But he needs to strike while the iron is hot, and it looks like he's thinking about going in. He's going in now. That's 8 Lings compared to just 6 for Michael and 1 drone. That's not going to be enough. Oh, more Lings coming up, and Sziky. Oh, Sziky again is going to be slightly surrounded, but it doesn't matter because Michael came in from such a bad angle with the majority of his forces that Sziky is going to be able to win the battle convincingly yet again. Oh, killing off the 2 Lings. Oh man, when you start killing off reinforcement Lings for free, that's really bad in a ZvZ. And now Sziky, he's not even going to bother with the hatchery. He's just going to go for drones. He's just going to go for drones. 1 drone down. Yeah, 1 drone down. Well, that could have been a lot worse. So, Michael's... I don't know. I think they lost about an even number of drones. Maybe Sziky losing a little bit more. Michael did lose 2 drones. One at the very beginning and then one at the very end. But Sziky started out with a worse economy to begin with. I don't know. Looking really bad for Michael there for a second, but clutch defense. Alright. So Sziky, once again making lings. He does have a sunken colony. I guess after losing that engagement, seeing how many lings Michael has, he was fearing an immediate counterattack. But now he's got up to a good number of lings once again. It's not going to be a big issue for him. He does have 3 hatcheries compared to Michael's 2, but he has a 3rd one almost done. Still, by having that 3rd hatchery up faster, led to an extra 3 supply. Interesting. That's going to take a really long time, because it's 5,000 damage, and lings do 4 damage a hit. So that's, what, 1,250 headbutts to take out one of them? They're going to be working for a while. Alright. So, Sziky has started +1 and his Evo chamber. Michael's Evo chamber finished, and what will he be getting? +1 as well. So Michael will not be getting Hydralisk this game. He's going to stick with the lings for a while here. And, ooh, Michael needs to retreat here. Moving out with a much smaller force compared to Sziky, because he left so many back at home. And Sziky's going in for the attack. Sziky being very aggressive here. Is he going to be able to get the angle he needs? I don't think so. But he has more lings. Oh, this attack from Sziky. This attack from Sziky, it's actually working to a certain extent. It's working to a certain extent, but no. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be, considering that he just rushed in and allowed his lings to get so far deep in before attacking. But it wasn't quite enough. So 1 tumble down, 1 to go. And then 2 more over on this side if Michael wants to completely do that. Man. And Sziky could be eliminated from a ZvZ toward 2-0. Wow. Sziky could be eliminated at anything 2-0. Hydralisk Den done. Starting Hydralisk range. Did he finish his +1 or did he cancel +1? He canceled +1 and started +1 attack. I guess after that engagement, Michael no longer feared the lings. And we do have lings working on the temple. I don't know how that works. It's like the rod on the top was the first thing damaged. How did the lings manage to damage the rod on the top and completely destroy it? That doesn't make any sense. So, lots of Hydralisks for Michael here. Sziky continuing with his lings. His +1 should be done now. Did it finish? Yeah, just finished now. And he has a Hydralisk Den. He's getting Hydralisk upgrades, but going in for yet another attack. Sziky with so many lings. Michael with a few Hydralisks here. And a pretty nice Sim City though. Drones are being pulled. Ziky's just going straight for the sunken colonies. Injured one is being taken out. It will go down. The full health one is down. But now the lings are in with the Hydralisks. The lings take out all of the Hydralisks and can now go after the drones. Michael needs to react. Michael's bringing forward with those lings. Oh man. Yo! Alright, alright. Wait, what? What? Oh, mistake from Sziky. Yeah, proxying Sunken's probably not what he was going for there. Okay. I totally had this bet with game. And I said 36 Lings would beat 8 Sunkens, or excuse me, 8 Hydras and 2 Sunkens. And he said no way. And 36 Lings just beat 10 Hydras and 2 Sunkens. And then took out a bunch of drones. Like, game owes me dinner. Yo, I gotta go talk to him about that. Alright, I'm happy. I've been vindicated about my ZvZ knowledge. This was a long time ago. Like, months and months ago. I'm gonna have to dig up that conversation. Alright. Michael forcing a cancel. Michael forcing a cancel on that hatchery. It's gonna be restarted. The Lings can't quite do it again now that there are enough Hydralisks there to stop it. Alright. So, armor upgrade, lurker upgrade on the way for Sziky. He does not have any upgrades for his Hydralisk. So Michael's going to start out with the advantage. They're already at +1, and I assume he's getting +1 armor, yeah. So it'll be 1-1 compared to 0-1. But Sziky does have that Ling upgrade for whatever that's worth. Trying to snipe the Hydralisk? Excuse me, the Hydralisks are trying to snipe the Overlord. Man, these Lings, they just keep going. They must have the worst concussions, because they have headbutted temples literally 1,000 times. Seriously, those Lings have that Ling has done 1,000 attacks this game. Roughly 1,000 attacks. That's pretty crazy. Alright. So, Sziky transferring drones. Michael is expanding and taking a third now. Going for this backdoor third. Did he mine out the minerals? He did mine out the minerals. So, he'll be able to transfer drones there easily. It's not as if he glitched one of them through. That's going to be a much safer third expansion than this one here. Actually, a little bit surprised that Sziky didn't go for a safer one himself. But no matter. Hydralisks now have their one. Whoa! I have never seen this done. I have never seen anybody actually take advantage of mining out the minerals here. Is he gonna play some Hydralisks up on the high ground? Oh, there's an Overlord. Yo, I want to see this used now. Sziky, don't let me down. I need you to be a strategic mastermind here, bro. I need you to, like, channel your inner Rommel. I don't know any good Hungarian generals. I totally would say one here. And I would say I'm pretty good about my history and my military history, but not quite good enough to know any Hungarian military leaders. Terribly sorry about that. Alright. So, Sziky has double evolution shapers now, so he'll be at 1-2 in just a second here. Michael already at 1-1. Man, Sziky's throwing away a lot of overlords for the scout. He'll be getting the information he needs. Well, Michael at 1-1 and just started 2 armor, So Sziky is actually going to turn it around. Oh, okay. He does have +2 attack coming in. But Sziky has turned it around and is no longer at a deficit. Still want to see this used well. Wow, Michael still has slow overlords? Apparently Michael still has slow overlords. Alright. 90 supply compared to 96. I heard load ups. I heard some load ups. Yo, we're gonna go for drops again. This time he's gonna be going for drops and not be at a horribly disadvantageous position. But on the other hand, he's gonna be going for drops when he has a very exposed base here. Will he have enough units to defend? He does have a little bit of a supply lead. Not that much of one, it's only 4. I don't know. Michael trying to take his 4th base now. Maybe Michael's overexerted? Because now Michael needs to keep a very far forward army to keep this safe. Let's see it. Let's see it. Overlord sees the drop coming. Overlord sees the drop coming. Wow. This is Doom drop status right here. Sziky is going for the kill. Michael has Hydralisk close, but they're not going to go try to get into position. Instead, they're going to go back and just try to defend the base, not going for Overlord snipes. He's going to be able to drop. There's not a whole lot here. There's not a whole lot here. There are lurkers coming in. There are Hydras coming in now. They're going to be just barely in time, but Sziky has more units anyway. And now he's burrowing. We're going to have the lurkers get in there. The lurkers aren't quite close enough to actually hit any of the drones yet. So Michael hasn't lost anything yet. But all of Michael's lurkers are burrowed. The drones actually aren't moving away. I'm surprised that Michael's not running with them. And now the lurkers are moving in. Lurkers splashing other lurkers. Lurkers on lurker violence. I think that's actually hitting multiple lurkers. And Sziky's not using all of his units. Sziky, why aren't you using all of your units? Oh man, the Zerglings. Maybe he was holding them back because he didn't want them to get killed by the lurkers. But for whatever reason, upgrade advantage for Michael really helped out in that battle as well. 2-2 compared to 1-2. And that drop from Sziky was just dealt with so beautifully by Michael. And Sziky's so far behind now, right? Like, right? I think so. Okay, not that far behind. I thought it'd be a little bit worse, but still behind. And it's going to be very far behind if he loses this base. It does look like during that Michael attempted an attack on it, which was a really smart move, if that's indeed what happened. But it didn't quite kill any drones. Drone saturation still looks pretty good. That's probably why the supply is so close, despite you would think it being so far away. Use that high ground. Sziky's just teasing me with this. That bastard. Alright. So, Sziky loading up again. This time, oh, it looked like he's gonna get a lot of Zerglings in there, but there's not that many Zerglings. Still a good amount. Control group worth. Gonna go in for attempt number 2. They're certainly scouting. He's not gonna be able to get in undetected. But if Michael's army is all the way over here, maybe he'll have a little bit more success. Maybe he'll have a little bit more success. Alright. Michael's moving back. Michael's going queens. Okay. Is he a broodling? He's getting ensnare. Yo, didn't see that coming. Whoa, Sziky with the fake. Oh man, Sziky went for the fake, but they're... Oh, wow. Michael's coming back now. He's coming in from few directions. I don't think that worked terribly well. That was a cool idea, though. He had his overlords. They were moving in from this direction, got to here, immediately turned around and went to here. So the idea was that the Hydras that were sitting here would already be way back here. And it'd take them a while to come back, but no, Zyky's fake didn't work out for him. And there are queens. And ensnare for the queens. Alright, Defiler Mound down for Zyky. He does have a lot of lurkers. It's not looking good for Zyky at the moment. He needs some really nice engagements. Michael does have a lot of Hydralisks, so if he manages to catch Michael at a bad time, is able to use Swarm plus Lurkers, he might be able to do something here. But being down a base for this long has really hurt him. Is Consume done? Consume is done. Interesting. Nice move by Zyky there. Just parking a couple lurkers. And it's gonna be enough for like 10 kills. 11 kills on the Hydralisks. 11 Hydralisks for 2 lurkers. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade at all. Lings are still really good. It's like we're seeing some kind of triangle rock paper scissors form. Wow. Wow. Really? Really? We're ensnaring overlords? Michael's like, no! You don't have a speed upgrade anymore, Zyky! Boom! You're all slow. Actually, he needs some of those overlords down there for vision. Oh, man. But he managed to get a Defiler and a couple of lurkers. He needs to keep the Lings alive. No, Zyky! Oh, man, if he kept those Lings alive, he could have swarmed in a better position. And actually would have been able to engage, but now... Alright, he has more Lings. Michael's not going to engage with his lurkers under the swarm, but he's keeping out in position so that Zyky can't advance forward. Oh, man. Okay, that's... Michael, is there any way you think that might be a little bit excessive? We broodling? 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 Parasite. That's lame. Like, broodling on the Defiler would be really nice right now. Ah, he's researching it. More overlords coming in. Let's try this again. Putting down the swarm over the one lurker, but he has reinforcements coming in. I think Zyky spread out his overlords on purpose this time. He does not want his overlords to be ensnared yet again. Oh, man. Michael's getting close to maxed, and oh, he just burned through a lot of money in one shot. Did he have an Ultralisk Cavern? Oh, yo, what are you doing? Why were you... I don't even know. I don't even know. But we're broodling lurkers. Broodlinging the lurkers. Ensnare over everything. Ensnare over the queens. So many new lurkers coming out from Michael. Oh boy. Oh man. I don't think there's no way you can get through that lurker field. The lurker field's way too tight with the 3/3 upgrades. I guess that's where all the gas went into 12 lurkers simultaneously. And now... Yo, Michael also mined out his minerals. Stop being a cock tease and use it, damn it. Oh, that's not good. That's like a Zyky's a little bit supply blocked. And by a little bit, I mean 30. It's gonna need 5 overlords to come even. But Sziky managed to get a little bit of snipes off from the overlords. He picked off a full one. And now there are only 3 lurkers left, but 3 lurkers will be enough to shut down that hidden expansion. The lurkers are moving forward. So many lurkers on both sides. You have no idea whose is whose. Well, I mean, you can tell by, like, these ones are Zyky's and these ones are Michael's. But they're identical when they're burrowed. They don't have colored tips on the spikes to identify them. And, I don't know. Like, that wasn't a very good engagement for Michael. Zyky's making a little bit of progress here. But as soon as he steps forward, it's just going to be carnage. Impaled against a wave of spikes. And it's not only a wave of spikes, but it's a wave of waves of spikes. It's like waves in multiple dimensions. Because you got the wave this way, and you got the wave this way. GG. GG from Sziky, and Michael beat Sziky 2-0! Oh, man. Wow. I'm surprised. Color me surprised. Michael, if you're still in the chat, sick play, dude. He's no longer in the chat. Okay. Alright.